Hi, I'd like to give you a quick overview on how the new Kansas eWic works. This is the new Kansas eWic card. On the front of the card is just the customer's bin information. On the back is some information with phone numbers and websites that the customer can go to and to find out what benefits they have and any other questions they might have about their card. A customer can come into your store and come to your register and ask you how much or what items do I have available on my card. To do that at the register, you go to your menu button and you hit the Balance Inquire button. After you've hit the Balance Inquire button, the customer would slide their card, put in their PIN number, and the system will now print out a receipt that has all of the eligible items on this particular card. And this is what that receipt would look like, and there are all the items that are available on this card. These items are good until the 16th of December on this particular card. When we do an eWic transaction, nothing needs to be separated. There's no dates to type in. There's no expiration dates to type in. WIC, as you can see in our test items here, I have grocery items, I have fruit and vegetable items, I have WIC items. All of it just gets mixed together as one big transaction. The only condition is the eWic card must be the first tender used. That's just the only condition. It must be the first tender used. So we're just going to do a transaction real quick. We scan all of the items. Once I've scanned all of the items, then I would hit my subtotal button. I would hit the EFT or the plastic button, and at that point the customer would then slide their eWic card. They would type in their PIN number. What the system's doing now is it's doing a pre-authorization. The system will print us out a receipt, and on the bottom portion of the receipt are the items in this order that are going to be paid for. On this portion of the receipt are the items that are still available on this card. We give this receipt to the customer. The customer is supposed to look at these approved items, and if they agree to that, on the credit card machine they would press the yes button. And now the system will actually remove those items from the card, and if I have a balance due for my other items, my grocery items, then the customer can pay at that point. We cannot error correct items if the customer didn't have enough money to pay for the remaining items. The only way to remove items off of the order are to refund them. That's the only button that will work. Error correct will not work. The void button will not work. Items can be refunded back off though. If for some reason we needed to restart the eWic transaction completely, as long as there is a balance due and the order is not completely finalized, you can void the transaction. When we void the transaction, it will actually put all the items back on the WIC card. If the order is completely done though, we cannot put any items, we cannot refund back to the card. So again, as long as we have a balance due and for some reason we just want to start over, we can void the entire transaction. It'll put all the items back on the card and we can start over. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I voided the transaction. The system is currently putting everything back on the card. And now I can start over for whatever reason I needed to. I want to do the transaction one more time. So again, we just scan the order. hit the enter button. Again, the WIC card must be the first tender used, and then I would hit plastic. The customer slides their card, puts in their PIN number. The system again is doing a pre-authorization at the moment. My receipt on the bottom portion shows what's going to be paid. This portion shows the remaining benefits that are still left on the card. If the customer agrees to that, they hit the yes button on the credit card machine. And now the system actually pays for the items. And I have a balance due, and the customer can pay however they wish. One thing that we cannot do in an eWic transaction is if I have an item that is not in file, I cannot put in $2.99 and hit the produce button or $2.99 grocery. That will not work. The items must be in the system in order for the eWic transaction to work. So again, if you have an item that's not in file, before you continue on, we have to get that item put in the system. We've had it going in several locations now since September of 2017. It's gone very, very well. I think you're all going to like it very, very much. And good luck.